What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to a star brighter than the sun. Yeah, this time with bit my tongue over there. This time with it wasn't too hard, thankfully. This time with episode 5. Pretty good episode last time. I will say it was very melodramatic in terms. I mean, what romance anime isn't, but like it was very the misunderstanding between them. Classic romance anime trope of a misunderstanding, but it was very childish. I will say, like a lot of the show, but that's also like a charming part about it in a sense. Like these characters could be 5, 6, 7 years younger, and it'd be exactly the same. I think. Like you wouldn't feel too weird about it. Like they wouldn't be out. Like you wouldn't be thinking, "Oh, that character's acts way older than he should be." You wouldn't be thinking that at all if that was the case. But yeah, we'll still add some fun moments in there, didn't it? Of course. This guy's been getting more and more screen time, hasn't he? The old man. 71 kilograms. But was that how much he weighed? Oh, that was his. Oh, whatever. I don't know who that was. Not of any importance. No, you didn't know. Like I keep saying, like you're making a mountain out of a molehill right here. Like, you weren't ruled out. You weren't ruled out whatsoever. Nothing definitive actually happened there. I hope she doesn't get too hung up on it. That's why I like the girl with the glasses. She's a realist. She understands things. I do like. I did especially like a few of the moments between the girls last week. I thought was really cute. I don't know what was wrong with that teacher. Like the Terminator, wasn't she? Patrolling those door rooms. Again, I never went on a school trip really. In high school, I didn't. I've said this before, ages ago on my channel, but I took a class called the history of medicine. I was always terrible at history, and I took it purely based off the fact that they sold me that we'd be going on a school trip to Egypt or somewhere. That they'd done that in previous years, and we didn't have a single trip anywhere. So yeah. It was a really interesting class actually. I was no good at it. Don't get me wrong. I was terrible at it. I've said this before as well. I literally cheated on my exam for it and still failed. It was a hard exam to cheat for, to be honest. Like I'd Google the questions and like there wasn't specific like answers for them, so it wasn't even worth cheating. But I did find a lot of it very interesting stuff in that class, to be fair. Yeah, I think the last school trip I had was to the dinosaur park when I was like 10 or something. man has stood up. Oh no, it kind of looks like he's refusing. He put his hand up. He's kind of said. I don't know if you guys probably don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, but the solemn judgment. Old man says no. When there's like that in the gym, you'd have to grab a huge pole thing, and it's a right pain in the ass. So I used to prank people by doing that sometimes. Yeah, I'd do that. I'd like wear shorts to school if I knew I had PE, and then I'd take my trousers off in front of everyone. But I'd have shorts underneath. I used to be a bit of a prankster like that. I used to love like little things here and there. People probably used to find me very annoying, but yeah. No wonder. Look at this poor guy in the middle by himself. Oh, simple Jack, bless him. He's a good little icebreaker though, isn't he? Yeah. Someone we can all laugh at. Skipping. Do you know, I haven't done this since I was in primary school either. I was always seen as a pretty girly thing, but then you see like professional boxers like Mike Tyson and such doing it. Not so girly. You wouldn't tell him that. But I've like, it would probably be quite good for me because when I do play football, which I do on the weekends and a couple of days during the week, I got to like keep on my toes. I kind of like keep like pumped and getting ready to kind of go one direction or the other. So I imagine skipping would probably be quite beneficial for me. I do imagine also it's probably a pain in the ass to skip with this many people. Like you have one bad person here and it just gets annoying. Like, yeah, just get out. You're ruining it for everyone. Which is terrible to say, but that's how, yeah. Poor girl. Just ain't got the rhythm. And that's like, she probably has that feeling, you know, when you're like picked last during like a sports team event or something. It's always fucking like, oh, always so awkward. Feels terrible. Probably a similar feeling that that girl just had there. It is a fact. It's a harsh fact, but it's you got to feel for her. She's putting an effort in, so you can't. It's another thing I hate. I hate. I don't know if it was this series, but I mentioned it before. Like, I look at her, bless her, and this is why she's my favorite character. Look, she's so cute. But yeah, you can't blame her. But again, I was going to talk about when somebody new like comes to my football club or something and they're not so good. It's like people will be like, "Oh, don't pass the so and so, don't." And they'll look at them and they'll think about passing, but they normally would pass and then see who it is and then decide against it and then make a bad decision. For me, I can't really do that because my vision's not awfully great long distance, and I got to just like if I see a color that's the color that's on my team, I'm probably just going to pass it to you. Um, and two, I wouldn't want to be someone that is like that because that's the worst person to play with. Selfish, and you just, yeah, you make another bad decision by making the bad decision of not kind of, yeah. And you get a lot of people like that, unfortunately. I was probably one of the people that was on the receiving end of that, to be honest. When I started playing football, it was at a much older age than when you usually start out. About 12 or 13 I started. People usually start like 5, 6. and are in teams from that age. And I was probably someone that maybe others didn't pass to because I wasn't quite as good. So yeah, I kind of I have a similar. I've felt what she's felt a little bit here. That's what I'm trying to say. They're talking about you. These aren't the type of people to bitch about you, though, are they? That's what he said. Yeah, I was gonna say, I love the fact that she's not actually running anywhere right now. 100. Probably takes some stamina this as well, by the way. As a kid, I feel like it's a bit easier because you just got that kid energy where you like run everywhere. You just got unlimited amount of energy. But yeah, imagine as you get older, this shit's at. Look at her face. What a reaction that is. It's a cute little segment, this, isn't it? But yeah, I imagine this does take some stamina. But they're surprised at how well she's done. Nice. She's surprised at how well she's done. Oh man, that reminds me of the Twin Peaks episode I watched yesterday, which I started recently. The father character was like going crazy doing a dance, and it was absolutely hilarious. All of the characters in like the dance hall start like his daughter died, and he was just like, "Oh my god, I can't," and everybody thought he was doing a dance move. So they were just started like, it was absolutely fucking hilarious, man. Sad, but hilarious at the same time. Tomodachi Takara. So yeah, that was a really nice segment. I like that. Again, I really like the green head girl. She's pretty awesome, isn't she? That's just what everyone else has been practicing as well as she has. But yeah, again, when I was in that position that that was kind of like the one she's in here, I practiced especially hard, and I became the best player on the team. Just a couple years later, scored a lot of goals, and then I moved club to a club in a higher league. I had trials for my county, which I got to the final round for, and then I played terribly, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that kind of harsh treatment probably actually aided me in a sense of wanting to improve quickly, and yeah. I know I keep saying this, but I love these kind of cutesy, like different versions, like these chibi kind of styles and such with these characters. I think it's quite charming, isn't it? And the reactions we saw during the training. Oh, damn. Yeah, no easy task doing that bloody rope either. Bloody hell. Mate, it's quite long as well, so I imagine it's not going to be the heaviest thing ever, but I do imagine it is a little bit heavy as well, actually. Like endurance wise, to keep doing that over and over and over and over, probably does get a little bit heavy. This is why I used to hate doing. I don't really do them anymore, but like pull ups and such, it just but like ugh, such a pain. soft hand. Allowed. What emotions can you allow yourself to have is the question you should be asking yourself. Can I allow myself? I mean, that's essentially what she is saying, but I don't really get what I'm saying there. Like, why do you feel the need to regulate yourself like that? You're a teenager. Like, maybe as an adult, more acceptable, but hey, come on, guys, get some skips in. They sure are. Girls are ready to go. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking people, isn't it? A lot of people to be 80. Oh my god, they're doing well. Where's this girl with the expressions, by the way? No one else. Wow. But yeah, like I keep saying, there's a lot of people in there to be this organized. It's quite incredible. 178. Wow. That's impressive. Also, 178. Oh, that must have hurt. Great, you are. I think you guys absolutely smashed it. No one's beating that, surely. And that's a long way from 20. Nice, nice. We've got to do some kind of acceptance speech for winning a fucking jump rope competition. What's this about? Yeah, what is this about? What do you expect me to say here? If someone asked me to do this, I'd just be like, okay, you won, thanks, bye. What you meant to do? What kind of situation is that? No, you bailed. You fucking bailed on that, bro. Like I said, he especially really does feel like a 5-year-old. Like you had a choice to stay. Like what? Should you have started questioning this before you made the decision to leave? I guess maybe he was like me in thinking, why the hell would there be an acceptance speech for winning a jump rope competition? But yeah, I mean, a jump rope competition, one thing, you probably would be an acceptance speech, but like a school jump rope competition thing, we're doing speeches for that. What have those two got to do? Why are those two not compatible? Can you not be big and cute? I feel like that's not. Yeah, yeah. Can't you just be cute? Why does she have to be big and cute? Cute, right? Fucking simple Jack. Because we're friends. Anyway, look. think you probably run far enough. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah. Impressive strength. I used to like a bit of tennis. That's your love right there. Your love, your heart is that tennis ball. Just poke it through for us, bro. Sure, he's messing a lot with it, isn't he? What was he doing there? He's like caressing it. The fuck? But I do kind of like practicing football with a tennis ball. It's quite good for me. Having because with a football it's like this big. Practicing with a small like tennis ball is quite found that benefited me quite a bit. Hey, nice. You wait for her? They both wait for her. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay, that was a really nice episode. That was probably one of my favorite ones so far, actually. As simple as the premise was, skip rope competition, but I think they've done a really good job of it. I think things like that, a lot of the time, like less is more in that regard. Simplicity is more. I think they made last episode a bit too convoluted in terms of like it was a simple premise, but they just like they made such a melodrama of it. This one, it was a simple premise, and they actually like they've done a pretty good job with placing the romance stuff in there as well. So yeah, definitely one of my favourite ones so far. Lots of cute moments as well. Again, those are the chibi kind of reactionary faces. It's kind of like, I mean, not much of a comparison because there's not a lot of similarities, but like One Piece, one of the things the biggest things for me is why I love that show is the expressions, just how big and eccentric and crazy they are. It's one of the most like charming things about that. And this has got that to a degree. Like, it's not quite as awesome, but it's like, it's got that kind of awesome, parts in there, I think. Things that I like a lot. I like those kind of like if you guys remember when like Freerem was there and such, like those low res shots of like Freerem, like the background characters with their funny expressions. I really like that kind of stuff. Adds a lot of charm to a show. Some people might think it's just like, oh, it's a little lazy, so we'll just draw a character with less detail in the background, but they usually some things like the most. Banana. Brains, heart, and courage. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I mean, I said it in the intro. Again, it just kind of feels like 10-year-olds could be doing everything that happened today, and it wouldn't feel weird at all. But like I keep saying, that's part of the charm of the show. But yeah, really awesome stuff. Love the green hair girl today. Love the amount of effort she put in. Again, I can relate to that quite a bit myself. Maybe I didn't work quite as hard as she did, but you just got to, like when somebody else is like on the line, when it's like a team sport like this, and when you got like when people have to rely on you, you either step up or you quit. And she really stepped up, so really appreciate that from her. But yeah, some great stuff in here today. Some nice romance moments as well towards the end here. I love her like running off again, so melodramatic, but in like in a good way, if you know what I'm saying, like in a cheesy kind of good way. I think that's a good way to sum up the show. It's like cheesy goodness. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 6.